Taurus, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. It is not time sensitive, but I think it comes to you exactly when you need it. If this is your sun sign Taurus, I highly recommend that you also watch your rising sign video and your moon sign video. Sun, moon, and rising sign videos will all give you a really well-rounded perspective of the energies that you're dealing with. Now, Taurus, we don't all deal with pain in the same way. But not all of us have the ability, capability, or wisdom, knowledge to experience sometimes, to understand how to deal with the kind of pain. And a lot of times what ends up happening is we will put it away. We will not deal with the pain because it's too confusing for us and our brain will break trying. So what it does is it tries to suppress it or it doesn't deal with it. But with the energies that are happening now, and I'm telling you right now, it's very clear. Mercury is about to go retrograde on Saturday, I believe. And then Mercury is about to go into retrograde on Saturday. And most importantly, Saturn, because Mercury goes retrograde 3 times a year, but Saturn and Pluto are in retrograde. And this is really big stuff that is sunken deep down inside of us, that hurt, suffering, sorrow, stuff that has kept us from growing and developing, something that you know or have held inside of yourself for a long time, and it caused you suffering. And I think you didn't deal with it very well. You didn't handle it. Maybe you felt like that's the problem. I didn't handle it. I didn't deal with it. I could have or should have. I should have done something. I could have done something. Could you have? Ask yourself that question. I feel like you're beating yourself up for the reason of it's easier to beat yourself up. Or it's easier to act out than it is to go back and face and feel all that you really wanted to feel then. But if there is some anger, there's pent-up tension, there's pent-up sadness, all pent up around this suppressed pain, or keeping a secret, right? Now it's like you're learning, you're getting the information. Gemini season, right? You could be getting counseling. You could be learning about it. You could be talking about it. You could be emboldened and brave, have the courage to actually be able to say something and speak your truth. Upon recognizing just how very important it is to do something like that. So this is definitely about some sort of suffering that you have kept secret or kept hidden, and then you're discovering it or understanding it, trying to intellectually understand. So that's what clarity does. But because you have Mercury in Gemini, communications, one-on-one, like I'm learning, understanding, also education, but it's going into retrograde right now. And so understand that that means we're looking back on things. We're looking back on things that we thought we could get around or tried to not deal with. It's just not going to be we're not going to be capable of doing that right now. So especially like when that Mercury in retrograde turns on, expect this to really be something that you now look at or now can look at. You know, maybe you needed the clarity or the objectivity of that energy, that mercurial energy, to be able to learn about this and approach it from a perspective of learning and education so that you don't have to suffer so much, or you can understand the suffering more. Let's get deeper into this. Taurus, please, Taurus. Okay. Holy crap. So we have animal bond, stand up for animals. Now, stand up for animals could be very literal, right? But it also is metaphoric for standing up for people or things that can't stick up for themselves. So this is telling me that in the past you were bonded to or connected to creatures, lesser creatures. Could be little kids. You know, it could be people who are in a marginalized community. You were connected and bonded with them. You wanted to do what was right for them. You were trying to do what was right for them. It was part of your decision-making process to do the best for these creatures that needed your help. And Dove, there's something, okay, and it's in reverse. So what it's telling me, and I usually don't take reversals, but I think that this is, there was something unbalanced and unpeaceful, disturbing, something that's disturbing you about this situation or your bond with these children, these animals, these people that you felt were marginalized. It gives you, it's causing you a great deal of unrest. So now we know what was happening in your past. Here we have legends. Learn from those who inspire you. This is where the learning is something that's starting to come out. You're like, people that you look up to have started to confront issues, confront the things that you have experienced, but you have not wanted to talk about. And you are getting inspired by hearing those people talk about these situations. You are almost like crying and relieved, and it's like if your heroes show you that they can do something, then you have the strength to do it, because now somebody that you look up to, you know they've been through something similar. And then you have leadership, set your own goals. So it's almost like, you're being led by people that you look up to, you trust these people, but now you want to almost like pick up the torch and help and lead this in a different direction, and open up about your situation or your understanding of things. It could also have been something happened with somebody that you looked up to, right? This could be a pain and suffering that is around, and the reason why it's so difficult for you. Oh God, there's so much energy. The reason why it's so much, there's so much difficulty in this for you, Taurus, is because it could have also been with somebody that you looked up to, right? Or have been happened to somebody that you look up to, or happened because of or to you by somebody that you look up to, or that you loved, or that you had a lot of respect for, something like that. So it could be convoluted, but I see this more as in the future of taking up the torch and following somebody's lead that you have a lot of respect for, as they learn and grow and educate themselves and come out about their experiences. And then I have mountain. This has been a barrier for you. And I always say this, when you decide to shut down part of your energy to hide it, you shut down that whole valve. So that's like a pipeline that nothing can come through. So there has been boundaries. There isn't, no, not boundaries, barriers and obstacles that you've built in your way. You also understand that in letting out this can of worms, this is going to be a large mountain to climb. It's not going to be easy. And you're correct, it is not going to be easy, but you also are correct in knowing that you have to do this. It is not about being easy. It's about doing what's right. Okay? This could have also been like you were going through a lot of difficulties and struggles, which is why you couldn't handle this at the time. But now if you have less of those struggles, you're able to wrap your energy around this. This is Taurus. You're going to fight to give people hope. And I think that once again, your inspiration, Taurus, is other people and doing what's right, and standing up for them, sticking up for them. I will fight. I am light. You are casting light on something. You are giving people hope by standing up for yourself, fighting for this, fighting for what you believe in. It's not just like what you believe in. It's fighting for yourself. It's defending yourself. And it's shedding a light on things that need to be shown. And by doing that, becoming a leader for somebody else and becoming inspiration for somebody else. So as you are inspired, you will then continue the inspiration. It's almost like you're showing people how to stick up for themselves in some way, or you're deciding to fight against you're deciding to fight finally. Just fight. You're deciding to fight what you should have fought or felt you should have fought years ago. And in doing so, casting light on the reality or the situation, bringing light to the situation is your way of fighting, right? It's about, I'm talking about this now. I'm not hiding it anymore. I'm letting light back in. I'm not closing off a whole part of myself anymore. That's just, I don't want to live that way. Wow. Taurus. More energy for Taurus, please. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Disconnect and boredom. This is what you're trying to overcome and defeat. Because you've disconnected and grown bored. Why? Because you were avoiding something. And that's what started to, like, the welt or the scar that started to form, and it was starting to get in your way. Just like you couldn't maybe stay interested in something, you were getting bored or disinterested in your relationship or your job. It's because there was bitterness for what had happened that you didn't confront. That's what was happening. In the past, we have third eye chakra, but it's in reverse, which means that you closed down. You didn't want to see. You chose not to see something, or you tried not to see it. You intuitively knew, but you shut your intuition down. You knew what was going on and decided not to see. And then we have patience and planning is here, right? But also emotional withdrawal. What does that mean? Is that you need to take some time to give yourself the wide berth and the room and the space to be able to and have patience with yourself and go slowly back into this. It's what's necessary right now. It's what you need right now. Maybe and I think that you shut down. You shut down, and you even like started to get real motivated to sort of like, it's like you got real motivated on the outside, but you were shutting down on the inside. And I think that you were trying to pursue another alternative so that you never had to confront this. Maybe you were trying to like build another way out. Taurus. But this emotional, all these emotions, it has to come out. Because it's starting to corrode and corrupt something that is very important to you. And you're not going to let that happen. I know something flipped over. Oh God, Taurus. I thought something flipped over. Let's shuffle again. Taurus. Taurus. The energy is gaining momentum. So emotional energy, so close to the surface, you cannot fight it anymore. Step out of your comfort zone. It's almost like you're being pushed, and you're being pushed by the universe, really. I mean, there's different things affecting you in the 3D world that are pushing you, but you're actually being pushed by the universe because the universe wants you to confront this. It wants you to be okay, to move forward, to try different things, to get out of where you were comfortable. Because where you were comfortable wasn't where you were comfortable, it's where you were stuck. You have to talk about this. Holy shit, Taurus. 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 Rise and shine. Time to wake up. Smell the fresh air and let the hope in. And then call your spirit home. Who are you really? Let yourself finally be comfortable, be at rest, feel at peace when you enter your home. Because right now you don't feel at home where you are inside yourself, right? This is like, let your spirit come back. You've had to have an out-of-body experience ever since this time, because it's almost like something here was too dirty for your spirit to touch. So you really have to just like call your spirit home, be back to your truth, getting back to your truth and getting back to a state of wholeness. And look at this. You're looking forward and you're spreading the light by moving forward yourself, by looking through and getting past this, not by ignoring it, by confronting it. You're moving forward and you're actually inspiring everybody else to move forward at the same time. Maybe you're doing this publicly, or you're just, I don't know if it's public, but it's like in you having the strength to confront this and pave a way away from this. You are giving people hope. Wow. So those people who got at you, those people who hurt you, they're in your past. This is holding people accountable for the shitty way that they treated you. Right? And then this is being surrounded by true family, true friends, love, people that you love, people who will stand by you, people that are helping you through this time. You know you have the support system when you're weak so that you won't collapse, because you have to stand up to these fuckers who hurt you. And it's not going to be an easy task. Emotionally, I don't think they're strong. I think they're weak. Taurus. Space clearing. I mean, I think like this is all that ugly stuff, that stuff that made you feel like shit. You can't hold on to it anymore. This is you letting it go. It's scary. It's almost painful, because there is a certain level of pain to healing. And it's scary, and I talked about this on my daily. Oh, please do join me for my dailies. Born on Instagram. You can find me at born_without_boundaries. And I go live Monday through Friday. I do a daily tarot card reading. Please do join me, and join me over on my new channel, Astrology Motivation, as well. Please subscribe over there and enjoy the new content I upload over there every single day as well. But Taurus, this is you allowing that dark stuff to come out of the closets that you've hid it in. Why? You have to, because this whole energy with this full moon, this lunar eclipse, has been about letting shit go so that you can make room for what really wants to come in for you. Right? And there's a block, and you can't move. You've moved as far as you can with the blocks in place. You can't move any further. In order to move further, you must move these blocks. You must get them out of your way. You must. You must, you must, you must. Taurus, how is the space clearing going to happen? Message in a bottle. This might be what sets it off, but this is a long time coming. In other words, this is a long time coming. This is, you may have written this down a long time ago, but never confronted it. Or there is something, a message that finally gets through to you that has been kept from you for a long time. And with that message, it's almost like that's what begins the opening. It's finally words come out that have been bottled up for so long. There is a message in your bottle. There is a message that has been contained, and it's now being cracked open. And then we have flexible, being able to be malleable, being able to be strong, being able to move again. Move again. Yin, it's time to receive. This is that divine feminine energy of, now I have room for something to come in, to take, to be gentle again, to not have to be so harsh or defensive, but to let my guard down. There's been such tension in you your whole life. And now it's time to be more malleable, but you couldn't be malleable because you were blocking yourself from being, you were blocking yourself in to protect yourself. Well, there's no more need for that. Poised, you're ready. You're ready. Poised for success, you're liberated. That's beautiful energy. There is always an extended. I hope that you join me. It's a near personal extended reading as well as a romance specific reading. 2 readings in one. That link is below. We have Topaz. Forgiveness heals. Wow. Time to release repressed anger. It's anger as it's blocking your health and happiness. How dead on is that? And then clear quartz. Let yourself feel all your emotions. Your entire rainbow spectrum of feelings is sending you important messages and guidance. once you clear it out, there's so much that is gonna, all of a sudden, it's like you've only been living a half life, Taurus. And then we have Jade, wellness. The recovery of health and wellness is here. Finally, balance and healing that green, that heart chakra energy. Let's see what animals are communicating with you. Animal totems are the way the universe uses the natural world to connect with you. So Taurus, these are the animals, the messages that you should look out specifically for. As well, Taurus, whenever you see the image of this animal or the animal itself, pay very close attention to what's happening around you. Spirit wants you not only to receive what the animal totem means, but also pay attention to everything on the peripheral. Set healthy boundaries. Wow. You've held this in so long. Something has really been weighing you down to the point where your shell is so thick, you can't move anymore. You're coming out, you're letting your gooey bits out. You're also like letting that shell crumble, and you're learning that I can't block myself in order to protect myself. I have to set boundaries from the beginning that protect me, not that imprison me, right? And then we have time for beginner mind. So you're starting over. You're defensive though. This is almost like you're prepared for pain. You're prepared for people to attack you, and it's you recognizing those aspects of yourself. You're recognizing what makes you prickly, right? And then we have life is speeding up. This is a time marker, so Gemini season, but it's also saying that things are starting to come together and communications are starting to happen, and the talks that you need to have are starting to happen. And then we have love is all around. In the future, you may find that all the love is lost. The love is gone. And that may be what you were struggling with, because you didn't want to, if you admitted this, then your marriage is over. Or if you admitted this, then maybe you have to disconnect from people that you had in your life for a long time. This is, in other words, or at the very least, unflattering shit is coming out. You're right, Taurus, you're not going to say flattering things. People aren't going to be happy to hear this. That's true. It's unharmonious, but you've got to let the disharmony out to retune the instrument. So it's not going to be happy news. And it's not going to be easy conversations. It's not going to be a bunch of I love yous. It's not. The anger has to come out. Let's get into your angel messages. If you like this video, please do like it and share it on your social media platforms. Also subscribe to the channel in that rectangle below, and then hit that bell and click all notifications so you know when I upload. I upload Taurus every single Thursday with Gemini and with Aries for you to rely on. Truth. The best way through the current situation is to just speak your truth. Contrary to what you may think, no one will be hurt if you express exactly how you feel. In fact, I think it's the opposite. A big stress will be relieved. Then we have divine mystery. You, along with the sun, earth, moon, and stars, are part of one creation, a divine mystery unfolding each moment. Be present and feel the power of now. Be in the moment and witness the wonder of it all. You can finally see and be a part of everything again. Faith. Do not lose faith. The storm clouds will soon clear and the sun will shine once more. Healing. I, the angel of healing, am with you right now. Feel my presence and my unwavering love for you. I have loved you before the dawn of time, and I will love you for all eternity. So there's no judgment here. Know that you will always be loved. And trusting in that love can help you get through this. Destiny. Your destiny is to blossom, to shine, to transform to an ever greater light. Destiny. Healing angel, at this very moment, you are being bathed in gold, pink, and deep green light. Accept this healing. We, your angels, surround you with wings of love. You are eternally free, eternally fresh, and eternally abundant. So much healing on this table. Let's continue this message over in the extended. Taurus, the link is below.